Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie and welcome to my first ever summerween vlog. I've obviously heard about this readathon throughout the years. I will link Gabby's announcement video for this year down below, just in case you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I always watch the announcement videos, the TBRs, all the vlogs that everyone else does, but I've always been so intimidated and overwhelmed by the idea of readathons. It wasn't until the end of last year that I actually started participating in them that I'm like, oh my god, these people are onto something. Readathons are so much fun. So yes, this is my first official year participating in summerween and I'm so excited. I've actually decided to daily vlog, which was an impulsive decision I made this morning, the first day. It is July 5th. I do have work today. I'm actually on my lunch break, so I need to make this quick. But I actually requested PTO for the rest of summerween, so next Monday through Thursday. So I think this is actually happening. Oh my god. Let me quickly tell you my TBR. I did mention this in my reset video where I was doing my reading journal. I made a whole little spread. I of course have Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. It seems like everyone's going to be reading this, so that's really fun. It's like we're doing this whole buddy read. I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Someone You Can Build a Nest In by John Wiswell. I have The Last 6 Months of June. Maybe that's not the title. This book. The Midwich Cuckoos by John Wyndham. And The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. Now that I don't have to work next Monday through Thursday, I do hope to finish all of these, but I am a moody little bitch. Mood reader, anyway. So we'll see what actually happens, because I do have a few books coming in the mail the next few days that I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for. I'll obviously get into like which book fits into which prompt as I read them. I don't know what book I'm actually gonna start with. I think after work, I'm gonna put them all on a slip of paper and try to pick one out of a jar. You already know which one it is because it's probably in the thumbnail. I'm so jealous. This year there's reading prompts, Instagram prompts, there's a bingo board. There's also gonna be sprints throughout the week. We actually sprinted this morning. I was trying to work and pay attention at the same time. Don't tell my boss. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, I should probably go make lunch because I am hungry. Bye. All right, the time has come. I'm very excited, mostly because I don't work for 6 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 6 days. Oh my god. I have my jar. I'm gonna fold them up just very basically. They're all about the same size. All right, they're all in there. I'll give it a little shake and I'll just go for it. Okay. Are you seeing it? I'm trying to read backwards. Okay. The Last House on Needless Street. I'm glad that I got a spookier or like darker book because obviously I have romance on this and I think the point of summerween is to read thrillers and horrors. I just can't read too much of the same type of book or I will go insane. I'm a Gemini, I'm sorry. Also, yes, I realize how obnoxious that sounded. I take it back. Okay, we're starting at The Last House on Needless Street. I have heard the widest opinions on this book. People love it, people hate it. People say the twist was absolutely insane. People say that the twist was really obvious and they knew it from the very beginning. When I know there's a huge twist, I start thinking weird, fucked up things. And I usually go to a level that like doesn't need to be explored. So I'm hoping this delivers in that front, but I kind of have even expectations because there is a tiny part of me that's going to be like, oh, well, maybe I won't like this. So I mean, I hope it's amazing. Now I chose this one because it's 5 words or more, which covers one of the prompts. I believe this is horror that covers another prompt. And there's sort of, I mean, there's like a tiny sliver of the night sky there. Technically, that is a prompt that is covered. Now, I have not read the synopsis in years, so let's read it. In a boarded up house on a dead-end street at the edge of the wild Washington woods lives a family of 3. A teenage girl who isn't allowed outside, not after last time. Intrigue. A man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory. And a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. Oh, I feel like I've never actually read the synopsis. An unspeakable secret binds them together, but when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. The Last House on Needless Street is an immersive and shocking journey that will keep you guessing into the last page. I think I'm going to change my expectations from a wild twist to that I hope I enjoy the atmosphere. And I've never read this author, that's Stephen King. I've never read this author's writing before, so I hope it's really unique or at least pleasant. I don't know. Now, I did go and check the mail because I thought I had a book coming. It's not here, which sucks because I kind of do want to read it and include it in the jar. But I did get another book parcel that I wasn't even expecting today. None of them are going to be read in the summerween vlog, so if you're not interested in a little mini book haul, just fast forward to the next chapter. I was ordering a book that is only published in Europe right now, or like, you know, non-American countries, because I have FOMO very badly and I like the cover better than the US cover. You'll see it in a second. But then I was like, okay, well, let me take a gander at some other books, and I'm thinking I want to do a reading vlog where I reread some of my high school favorites, because although I read them quite a few times, so like I have love in my heart that probably won't ever die, I don't think I've read these in about a decade, and the covers were nice and cool, so I was like, F it, let's do it. Also, I asked for a stamp on all of them because it was free and I didn't even know what— oh, a cat! I also asked for one of them to be gift wrapped because, again, it was free. They probably could tell I was some stupid American because they're like, oh, this bitch wants all the free shit? Okay. American. This is so cool. It's literally brown wrapping paper, Allie, calm down. But it's French brown wrapping paper. Oh, that one has some weird questionable brown things on the side. Interesting. Okay, so I got White Oleander by Janet Fitch. This was my all-time favorite book. That's some nice brown French shit. Not literally, I hope. Nope. I was obsessed with this book, and looking back, this book is so fucked up, which is probably why emo me used to love it, but like, oh my god. And then Bel Canto, look at this cover. This edition is so cool. This is the edition I had. I lent it to my friend's aunt and she never returned it to me. I'll never forgive her. This is my gift wrapped one. They come with bookmarks. Look at all these French people. Is this actually what this bookstore looks like? If anyone's been to this bookstore in France, if anyone's been to France, let me know. This is beautiful. I wonder if these people know they're in some random girl's library now. It's a little sticker. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I feel bad for like ripping this open. Look who's here. She can join her sister. Aw, the family's together. Why does the US not allow or like not have paperbacks right away? I think it's so nice. Ooh, it smells kind of lemony and French. Okay, I'm gonna stop, I promise. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this. I actually don't even know what it's about, but is that dumb? I just know I'm gonna like it. It's a sad girl lit fic book, and I really like this cover more than the one that's gonna be coming out in the US. I don't know when this is being published, but I'd rather have this one. And it's paperback. And French! It's signed! What the fuck? That can't be real, can it? Someone let me know. Does your edition have this signature in it? Or am I like, oh my god, is this real? Coco! I think I'm gonna make a coffee and then get comfy on my couch and start reading. Let's read the first sentence together though, just for fun. Ted Bannerman. Today is the anniversary of Little Girl with Popsicle. Interesting. I've literally read 3 paragraphs and I already have some theories. Theory number 1, that I will bleep out if I'm right. Theory number 2, the daughter is dead and the father is like, ooh, this takes place in summer. Okay, we got another prompt here. All right, I've gotten to page 71. It's now 6:15. I got distracted on Instagram, oh my god. I think by page 2, I had already come up with a bunch of theories, a couple of which seem obvious. But to be honest, I don't really care about the twist right now because I'm really liking how this is written. We have a cat's point of view. We have this man named Ted's point of view. I'd say he's the main character, and he's sort of a Boo Radley kind of character. In the first few pages, we find out that he was a suspect in this case of the missing popsicle girl or whatever. And then we have this woman named Dee's point of view, and she's the sister of the missing popsicle girl. And she's actually doing some sort of mystery solving in this. She wants to find out what happened to her sister who completely disappeared. They never found her body. I just can't wait till Dee and Ted meet. That's gonna be interesting. But the way that Ted and the cat, whose name is Olivia, how they are written and how they're writing, because they're sort of telling stories, I think, through like a tape machine. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything in case I'm right. But Ted also has a daughter, and also in the house is someone called Nighttime with a capital N, the Green Boys, and his daughter Lauren. Now, we're not sure that Ted's all right in the head. He seems to be struggling with alcoholism and trauma. His mom sounds like a piece of shit. I'm sorry, his mommy. And I think we're supposed to find it really weird that he calls his mom mommy because he's an adult, but I kind of get it. I'm about to overshare, so if that makes you uncomfortable, please fast forward. My parents left when I was really little, and so in my head, I call them mommy and daddy still because like I never knew them, like I never graduated to mom and dad. So in my head, when I think about them, which isn't very often, no offense to them, I think like, is mommy dead yet? And I'm like 30. So I get it, Ted, I get it. His mommy seems like a piece of work though. And she was a nurse, and I'm just like I'm trying to string a lot of things together. I have quite a few theories, and even if one of them is right, this is kind of funny, which makes it enjoyable. Also, Olivia, the cat, has a crush on another cat, and I love to see it. I did snag the audiobook from my library, so I think I'll go on a little sunset walk. Maybe it'll help creep me out and bring the summerween vibes. Also, I don't want this vlog to get too boring, just me sitting on the couch.
I've seen the world on my own, but it doesn't look the same. Black and blue, and I don't know why I ever looked away. The sun is always shining, even when it goes away. Until it comes back around, I'm here to light the way.
Okay, I was just playing about being scared on this bridge, but it's making a really scary squeaky noise. I gotta get off it. Okay.
Better together. Better together. We're better together. We're better together. I can see the world through the lens of us. Every time I look at you, the color fills the open skies in ways I never knew. So waves of change are coming, crashing into blue. Right until the morning light, I'm holding on to you.
Y'all, I came in the kitchen to cook some dinner. Guess what I left on the counter? My milk and creamer from 3 hours and 47 minutes ago. This means I can't have my morning coffee. Devastating. Okay, I guess I'll be going to the grocery store in the morning. As for the book, I'm about halfway through. I have some even stronger theories that have been solidified. But again, I'm really enjoying how this is written. And the only thing I can tell you that has happened that's in the flap is that a new neighbor moves in next door. So yeah, that has happened. Also a lesbian cat, love that. She's so proud. It is now like 8 p.m. though, and I need to cook dinner. And I still have half this book to read, and I'm trying to daily upload. And I'm not gonna go to sleep until I finish a book, right? So I might be up very late. Too bad I don't have any coffee. Oh, one thing I forgot to say earlier is that I can't tell what time of year it is because sometimes he's saying the summer sun, the heat, and then sometimes with the cat's point of view, she sees snow falling and it's very cold. So that's interesting. Theories that I have. All right, it is about 9:50 and I'm 75% of the way through the last house on Needless Street. Things feel so obvious that I feel like it can't be what I'm thinking, but it has to be. But at the same time, I'm just enjoying how this is written, and it is interesting psychologically just to get every little thought in these characters' minds and their thought process. I find it very fascinating, and it's kind of chill. Like I'm just chilling, painting my little picture, listening to this story. It's definitely not funny anymore. I think that was just at the beginning to make things light so that we're just gonna spiral out of control. We're just starting to really spiral right now, so we'll see what happens. I'm definitely not frustrated or like annoyed, so that's good. I'm hoping it stays that way. I have like an hour and a half left of my audiobook, so yeah, it's gonna be a long night, but it's summerween, baby. All right, I finished. I'm so sad because the last quarter of this was just a big fat explanation of like everything that was kind of already handed to us. And I feel like if it had just stopped without the big long explanation, it would have been so much better, because then you get like the feeling of knowing what's happening without the tiny details that you kind of already assume. So now I am kind of frustrated, which I feel bad about because I was enjoying it even though I knew what was going on. And actually one of my commenters said this when I said this was going to be on my summerween TBR. They said once you read something like this, it's always in the back of your head, so like you kind of assume this is what's going on. And I remember, I wish I could tell you the book, but it would be a complete spoiler. I remember the first book that I read that has this twist, it absolutely gagged me. So I'm wondering if I hadn't have read that book or others like it, maybe this would be a bigger like, oh my god, because that's exactly how I reacted to that original book. I remember being like, oh, this is the best book I've ever read. I really do think this is fascinating. I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to spoil it. Also, it's really fucking late. But yeah, I really like the beginning and sort of the middle, and I think when it was trying to get wrapped up, but also the author, it felt like a force sort of spiraling out of control. I felt like the spiraling mixed with the almost immediate resolution and explanation, it just doesn't flow very well. So I think I have to give it, oh, sorry. Grant got home. He's playing video games, so he might be talking to his friends in the background. I don't want to say a 3 because I really did enjoy like the first half, maybe even the first 2/3 of this. Maybe I need to take a minute, so maybe my rating will change at the end of the month. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.5. Maybe it'll go up, maybe it'll go down. It depends on whether the feeling of frustration or just comfy storytelling sits with me longer. Does that make any sense? Hi, Editing Alley here, much later. I'm filming. It's 3:21 a.m. and I'm not finished editing this video. But one of the most annoying things that is worming itself into my rating is that one of the characters who was kind of important, it was a total letdown. Like, what was the point? It was a big fat tease, honestly, and I don't appreciate it. I'm also kind of bitter because it's 3:21 a.m. And yes, I know I did this to myself, so happy Summerween. Anyway, this was a successful first day of Summerween. I finished a book, which does feel good, and this one has been on my shelf for a long time. Anyway, I don't even think I'm making any sense anymore. I need to edit this video so I can get it up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.